Welcome back to Innately Great, the channel where we empower you on your journey to greatness. I'm DC, and today we're going to be discussing 5 ways that you can defeat burnout. With the ongoing pressures of today's society, with the need to keep up and whatnot, there's no wonder why so many of us are feeling like this. So if you're feeling drained, you're feeling tired, you're feeling exhausted, and this video just happened to land in your recommended feed, take that as a sign. Watch this video to the end. I promise you won't regret it. So step 1. Set boundaries. Now, I know with a lot of us that work 9 to 5s and have a lot of family and relationships that we need to keep up, we often feel the need to be available 24/7. But it's crucial to have a clear split between your personal time and work and everything else. By setting boundaries, you're not only protecting your time, but also your mental and emotional well-being. It's okay to say no and prioritize yourself. After all, work will still be there when you return. This isn't me telling you to completely ignore your work and just bury your head in the sand. However, it is incredibly important to be able to detach from work and just have you time. As Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 1 says, there's a time for everything and a season for every activity under the sun. So knowing when to delineate between those and being able to portion your time off effectively is a key skill, and it will go a long way to helping you avoid burnout. Step 2, prioritize sleep. Now, I know that sounds incredibly simple, incredibly rudimentary and basic, and almost like I'm your parents telling you to sleep more. But it's true. Sleep is often the first thing to go when we're busy, but it's essential for preventing burnout. So we need to aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep each night. Create a relaxed bedtime routine and make sure that your sleeping environment is comfortable and free from distractions. I know how easy it is to just be watching one video on TikTok. Your friend might have sent it to you or whatever, and then before you know it, you're doom scrolling for hours and hours. And that can be on X, that can be on TikTok, that can be on... that could be on anything. And we all know that it's very easy to get distracted, and all of this is quality time that we should be getting, sleeping and recharging and refueling for the next day. Step 3, practice mindfulness and prayer. Taking time to slow down and be present in the moment can help reduce stress and burnout exponentially, whether it's through meditation, deep breathing, or prayer. These practices can bring peace and a clarity to your day. As it says in Philippians 4:6-7, do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. Now, this is a verse that sticks with me particularly because a lot of times when we're worrying and we feel burnout, it's because a lot of the pressures don't really allow us to have our own time to refuel and pour back into ourselves. But by having just a stipulated period, whether that be, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, we're not talking about crazy amounts of time, but just a set amount of time for yourself a day, whether it is praying if you're religiously aligned, or if you are somebody who isn't as religious or something like that. Take time for yourself just to focus on what you want to do. It even helps you to plan your days and to reason things. A lot of the time we're so caught up in the hustle and bustle of everyday life and trying to pay this bill and make sure that we don't forget this person's birthday and this person's event and this person's baby shower and whatnot. There's a lot of stuff going on in everyday life, naturally. But sometimes we do need to take that time back and just have a spare 15, half an hour where you pray, you can meditate, and it doesn't need to be alone in your room. This can be out in a park. This can be by the beach. This could be wherever you feel most comfortable doing that. And I promise you that would be incredibly effective. Step 4, stay physically active. Now, this one is one that I can't stress enough. When it comes to physical activity, I'm a big proponent for it because I really think that so many positive things come from just staying physically active. I mean, regular exercise isn't just good for your body, it's essential for your mental health too. Because physical activity helps to reduce stress, it improves your mood, it boosts your energy levels. So what you need to do is just find an activity that you enjoy, whether it's yoga, whether it's running, whether it's dancing. For me, it's football and gym. And just make that a regular part of your routine. Even a short daily walk can do wonders for your well-being. By staying active, you're not only just taking care of your body, but you're also giving your mind the break it needs to recharge and go again. We all know about the endorphins that are released when you go to gym and when you work out. I know, speaking from personal experience, no matter how bad the workout is, just getting a workout in, even if it's a light session, I feel all the better for it, because gym is not just about becoming biggest guy or girl in the gym and becoming the strongest and lifting the heaviest weights. It's proving to yourself that you can show up. It's proving to yourself that you can do the hard things. The days that you're not feeling like doing it. The days that feel like everything is preventing you from being able to go, but you still go and you still manage to lift the weight. And even on those days, you may even hit a PB. That release of endorphins and how happy you feel as a result of that will make you want to keep going, and having that as a part of your routine combined with the other 4 steps we're going to talk about in this video will not only prevent that burnout feeling, but also to be more productive and feel like you even have more energy. It's a weird thing, but trust me, it does work. And step 5, connect with your loved ones. Social support is crucial for overcoming burnout. Make time to connect with your family and friends, even if it's just a quick phone call or a FaceTime or a coffee date, whatever it is that you're sort of into. Talking to someone you trust about how you're feeling can often help lighten that emotional load. Talking to a friend about how stressed you might be feeling, or talking to your family about how you feel a little bit overwhelmed, can often help you just alleviate that pressure on your shoulders, because quite often they can either suggest something that can be helpful to you. Sometimes they can just be just an ear, just to hear you rant and rave. And that's sometimes all you need. You just need someone to speak to and express that to, because bottling all of that up and just feeling like you need to go again and there's so much pressure on you and you can't speak to anyone leads to a very dark path that we want to stay as far away from as possible. So being able to lean on your loved ones in those times of struggle is often one of the most effective tools that we often don't use, because we feel like we don't want to be a burden to someone else, or we feel like we can't be that vulnerable in front of someone else. But being able to articulate that to someone is often the greatest form of strength, in my opinion. As Hebrews 10:24-25 says, let us consider how we may spur one another on towards love and good deeds, not giving up meeting together, but encouraging one another. It just shows you that relationships are essential for our emotional well-being. So don't hesitate to lean on your support system when you need it. Because after all, we can't do these things alone. We can't do everything by ourselves as much as we like to think we can. So use your support system around you, because that's what they're there for. So to recap, the 5 strategies to overcome burnout are: we're setting boundaries, we're prioritizing your sleep, practicing mindfulness and prayer, staying physically active, and connecting with your loved ones. Self-care might feel like a luxury or even a waste of time, but the reality is that it's crucial to long-term success. After all, you can't pour from an empty cup. So guarding your heart and guarding your energy is crucial and essential to performing optimally. As Proverbs 4:23 says, above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this video insightful, valuable, or even at least bit helpful, do leave me a like, leave me a comment if you feel inclined to, and do subscribe for more videos and content like this. If there are any tips that you think I could have elaborated on, or you have any questions or queries, let me know in the comments down below. I'll be glad to sort of interact with yourselves down there and get a conversation going regarding the 5 steps I've discussed or anything that I've missed. So until next time, be great.